It just suddenly popped up on my phone. And I stared at it. I looked at that. And then I looked at the name. And it slowly started coming back to me.
She wears a pager and is always on call, but she is not a doctor. I first met Betsy Sneith at the Stanford Medical Center, a bright and articulate 19-year-old, so full of life, hard to believe that, as she put it, she was dying. Betsy Sneith is back at Stanford Medical Center in the intensive care unit. While that may be cause for concern, it is also a time of celebration for the Sneith family. Over the weekend, Betsy received a new heart after a 4.5-hour operation.
Found a letter and a stack of papers about my adoption, and it was like a ray of sunshine.
You suddenly try to take a deep breath because the past is suddenly in front of you.
I wanted to see if he remembered Betsy.
Throughout my 43-year career as a journalist, she's one of the names that will always stay with me. She was so filled with life. She wanted to experience so many things. This was the early times of heart transplant, and no one knew what would happen if a heart transplant recipient decided to have a child and got pregnant. Betsy wanted to be a mother. She wanted to experience all the normal things that people have in living. So she chose to go ahead and have the child against the advice of her doctors.
I've been told that we have the same outgoing personality, and we both have the same stubbornness and free spirit.
When she died, I was very affected by that. I sent a letter to her parents so that the daughter, when she became of age and grew up, would know her mother.
Betsy was truly a special person, and of the many people I have met and done stories about, Betsy was one of the few who I'll always remember. Our videotapes of stories we did about Betsy are available for you. It might be nice years from now for her daughter to see and appreciate how her mother's life touched many.
Sincerely, Lloyd LaQuesta. I wanted the daughter to know the Betsy Sneith that I knew, so that she would be proud of her mother. I only remembered Sierra as a little baby that Betsy was holding. And now this was a 33-year-old woman asking, tell me about my mother. There are those who are hoping that somehow their lives can continue through the generosity of someone.
And that's always been something that I've never tried to water down when I talk about Betsy's stories, that somebody lost their son and made a decision, and I'm here because of that decision. There's no words to express how appreciative and how grateful I am. Without them, Betsy wouldn't have had 5 more years and I wouldn't be here.
It's such a beautiful thought to think that even in the end of my life, I'm able to continue the life for someone else. Life continues. As a journalist, you are a spectator, not a participant. I always, in a way, wanted to do something which I felt professionally I shouldn't. I just wanted to give her a hug and say, it'll be okay, Betsy. But I didn't do that. So now I'd like to give a hug to Sierra and say, I want to thank you for reaching out to me, because in this way it also allows me to say, Betsy, thank you, and give her an emotional hug also. Okay.
I don't know why this happened to me, maybe I'll never know. But I really believe that God has a reason for everything He does, even though we might not know it now. They will.
I'm Lloyd LaQuesta reporting for the 10 o'clock news.